He is a dad of two who also happens to be a working actor with recurring roles on some of television's hottest shows like Tulsa King, the new Sylvester Stallone crime series, or Showtime's Your Honor.
His name is Dave Maldonado, who joins us now to chat about how to make it in Hollywood while still calling Houston home. It is such a pleasure to meet you, Dave. Thanks for being here.
I'm very happy to be here. I just want to say I was in the green room and watching the segment promo, and then the Old Shan commercial came on. And I'm also the Old Shan.
Oh my gosh!
Oh my gosh, you are!
No wonder
Very
you
different.
look familiar.
Because you have a goatee. It didn't even...
Move this, take off the glasses, put on the hard hat.
Oh my word, you just blew our mind, Old Shan man.
Blew my mind.
Oh my word. Okay, this is crazy, okay? You think about, everybody's like, you gotta go to New York, you gotta go to LA if you wanna make it and be in TVs and commercials and all these things.
Yeah.
I mean, you are from New Iberia, Louisiana. You went to ULA, right?
Mm-hmm.
University of Louisiana, Lafayette. But you built your career being based here in Houston. How?
Absolutely. Well, I think it had a lot to do with being in the Southeast during this time with the technology. We can audition and send tapes anywhere in the country. And that was just kind of getting started when we moved here 20 years ago. And I wanted to be a theater guy, like I'm going to be a theater actor. And then slowly but surely I was like, oh, this film and TV thing really, I'm getting the bug. So I transitioned into that, and like I said, it's been a long journey. It's been 20 years, but it's building relationships with casting directors in the Southeast, and it's just, it's all these remote auditions. Every now and then you have to get on a plane, fly to Atlanta or New Orleans for a callback, but that's much more seldom now.
You have stayed so busy over the last 20 years, and we're going to talk about your wife's job and career and the reason why you landed in Houston. But some of our viewers may recognize you alongside Chris Pratt in The Tomorrow War on Amazon Prime, Tom Hanks in Greyhound, Apple TV, Diane Keaton. You have worked with some of the biggest stars. Here's the Tomorrow with Chris Pratt. You've worked with all these A-listers, and you've stayed so busy. How have you found the balance in life between being in production and working on these huge shows, and also just being a dad at home in spring?
Well, it's not easy. It's a juggling act for my wife and I. Sometimes we had to make sacrifices for each other's jobs. She would say, look, I got this work trip in a few weeks. I'm like, okay, I will. Our vacation. It's like when my wife plans the vacation, it's like, I'm not available for that vacation, and that's a big sacrifice to make, So, and I've had to do the same thing when she makes a work trip. I say, I'm going to pass on this movie. I'm going to pass on this audition.
Oh wow!
And we just had to juggle back and forth.
Yeah, I mean, your kids are now. Your daughter is 15. Your son is 15, and a daughter who's 18. She's at A&M. And I mean, yeah, it's a juggle just trying to keep, but how proud are they of you? I mean, I know I'm making you answer this question.
It's funny. It's no big deal.
You're just dad.
I'm just dad.
And the Old Shan man.
And I used to show them stuff like, hey, look at this. They're like, in the morning, hey, look, the Old Shan commercial's on. They're like, okay.
Or don't say anything and you just walk by and you're like.
Can I have my waffles?
But yeah, I think that's really cool because, of course, they're very proud of you. But I think that's really cool because you're dad. I mean, nothing changes when you're home, right?
Yeah, and I mean, I think it's incredibly important to have that balance because that's the most important, job in my life. My family is the most important thing in my life. My kids, and I think that balance is lost a lot of times with people trying to make it as actors, and the family falls by the wayside. And
yeah, it's so true. It's an intense job, right? Show business. Okay, so you mentioned making family sacrifices. Your wife works in oil and gas. That's what brought you to Houston. And a lot of couples, I think, can relate to this balancing act, or maybe a tug of war, like whose career do you prioritize? And it turns out in your case, you were able to come to Houston, your wife was able to have her career, and you were able to have yours as well.
Right, yeah. And when we first moved here, my agent in Louisiana suggested it. She's like, maybe you should try Houston. I'm like, Houston? Like, what's in Houston? And we had a lot going on at the time. I'm like, and I was struggling. I was like, what am I doing? This is a pipe dream. But little did I know, there are tons of opportunity for a beginning actor as far as commercials and corporate videos, classes, lots of great schools and teachers. It's a great place to kind of get your feet wet and learn the business and learn your craft. And that's what I did. And, and I'm equidistant from Dallas, Austin, Louisiana, where all these, and I got to slowly expand and put all that work to good use.
Well, it's really incredible. I mean, we talked about Chris Pratt in The Tomorrow War, Tom Hanks in Greyhound. You worked with Diane Keaton, Kurt Russell, Mark Wahlberg, and Deepwater Horizons, one of my favorite. But your latest two projects, the big one, Tulsa King, this is getting a lot of play, of course, right now. And you're a cop,
Yes.
but not a good one.
I play a lot of not so good cops.
It's kind of your genre. But alongside Sylvester Stallone.
Yeah. And I mean, there are a lot of not so good people in this show. You know,
Yeah.
there's some shady characters. So, yeah, he moves from New York. You know, he's just got out of prison. He's reinventing his career, as it were, and in Oklahoma. So he's kind of fish out of water, and we're kind of standing in his way.
Yeah, and see what works. It's beautifully shot too. Mostly, was it all shot in Oklahoma too?
Oklahoma, yep.
Oh, that's great.
Yep.
Do you like playing the bad guy?
I do. I do. You know, I like to make people. I like to play characters that are trying to do the right thing. But just lately, you know, I've been an everyman for a long time, and I was in commercials and doing the hey, but. Just lately, but the characters have gotten more and more creepy, more and more sinister, and yeah, they're a lot of fun to dig deep into that.
It's pretty cool. And you're also your second latest project, Your Honor, and this is a pretty big deal for you too.
Yes, that was huge. And this guy's not very nice either.
Yeah.
But this is a much darker show, deals with some dark subject matter, and we went through some things emotionally, you know, with the cast and trying to discuss all these issues but it's been a blessing. We're on the second season now, and we shot all the first season in New Orleans, and now I'm shooting out in LA for that one.
Oh, that's great. Second
two.
season. So that's great when the shows get picked up as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, it was so great. And putting the face to the Olshan man, meeting the man, I just keep seeing the commercials in my head.
So can I, and it's bizarre that is your role that we are most excited about. Dave. I'm kidding.
No.
The old
Deepwater
Shan Man.
Horizon was one of my favorites, and I do want to see Tulsa King, so that's on my list.
Okay.
Well, Olshan was pretty huge too.
It was huge. It was huge. Dave Maldonado, thank you so much for stopping by for us. And I love that you shot the first season in NOLA, back in your stomping grounds at home. By the way, a reminder to our viewers, Tulsa King is streaming now on Paramount Plus. And a reminder, you can catch new episodes of Your Honor, the second season. Those start on January 13th, only on Showtime. And you can catch an Olshan Man commercial near you
Anytime.
as well. Still ahead.